Hey, so today I really want to talk about a book that I just finished this week. It's an incredible book, and it's one that has changed my brain chemistry forever, I would say. I picked this book up at my local bookshop. It's called Sky Full of Elephants by Cebo Campbell. It's definitely a thought provoking, colorful, beautifully written book. And I wanted to read you the first little front page clip to give you an idea of the book. And if it interests you, then we'll keep talking, okay? One day, a cataclysmic event occurs. All of the white people in America walk into the nearest body of water. A year later, Charlie Brunton is a black man living in an entirely new world. Having served time in prison after a wrongful conviction, he's now a professor of electric and solar power systems at Howard University when he receives a call from someone he wasn't even sure existed. His daughter, Sydney, a 19-year-old left behind by her white mother and stepfamily. Traumatized by the event and terrified of the outside world, Sydney has spent a year in isolation in Wisconsin. Desperate for help, she turned to the father she never knew, a man she's always resented. Sydney and Charlie meet for the first time as they embark on a journey across a truly post-racial America in search of answers. But neither of them is prepared for this new world and how they see themselves in it. Heading south toward what is now called the Kingdom of Alabama, everything Charlie and Sydney thought they knew about themselves and the world will be turned upside down. Brimming with heart and humor, Cebo Campbell's astonishing debut novel is about the power of community and connection, healing and self-actualization. It's a reckoning with what it means to be Black in America, in both Charlie's world and in ours. There's also a question at the top, and it says, in a world without white people, what does it mean to be Black? Now, this book is a book that if you are a white person, and you have not processed a lot of our internalized perception of history, it can feel like a strange story to read. But I would encourage anyone who wants to see what America feels like from the perspective of Black folks and from the perspective of a lot of non-white people in America, it is a phenomenal book to read because it is beautifully written. It humanizes so many perspectives, and it really talks about the history that is not taught to us and understanding the weight of what whiteness does in our society, and we see that today. And I want to be part of the group of people that unpacks that and understands the weight of that. And just as a final little thing, I want to read a clip here, a little paragraph. And I cried in the first 10 pages, just the way that he brings Charlie to life. And I imagine the amount of shared experiences. And it's just amazing. So I'm going to read you this little piece here. The yard hummed of people and music. A thin fog of smoke from someone grilling something thickened the grassy square with the smell of barbecue. Speakers roared reggaeton as good as thunder. People laughed loud and broke out into little dances. They'd see a friend and shout them over all the way from one side of the yard to the other. Greetings here and there collided in hand slaps and embraces that thudded chests and patted backs. Students flirted and smiled at each other as effortless as sunlight on a breeze. So much life and so much energy. Easy to forget that half the world died. But then again, Charlie noted, neither grief nor calamity had ever stopped the joy of Black people. We smiled through the worst the world had to offer, he thought. Smiled even when our lips bled. I needed to read this book. I needed to understand so many things and so many thought processes that didn't even come to my mind naturally as a white woman. If you're a person of color, and you might connect to this book in a very different way, and it may just validate a lot of things for you. But yeah, if you need to unpack whiteness, but from the perspective of not surrounded by white people, that's not the point of the story. It's understanding whiteness through Black excellence, through Black joy, through. It's just an incredible story. And I literally highlighted all through the book. Like, I learned so much. I'm so grateful for this book. I'm so grateful for my local shop that suggested it. It was literally one of their top suggestions. And I was like, okay, let's do this. So if you have a local bookshop to support, go for it. If you want to check out this book, go for it. I do have bookshop.org. If you don't have a local spot to find it, it's not an ad for me at all. But you can even pick a local bookshop you want to support through your purchase. If not, it does give me a little something, but I plan on donating that money. So yeah, it's a link that I have if you want to buy it there. I hope you're having a wonderful day. I hope you choose to learn and expand perspectives, and that we continue on this year into the future, into everything that comes, choosing community, education, compassion, and diversity in our representation.